Hi
Hey
guys.
welcome back.
Welcome back to our podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed episode 1.
The logistics of it were kind of complicated and we were solving as we went, but it was, even though it was a late upload, I think it did pretty good for like the first like hour that it was up. But yeah, thank you guys for voting for the name. As you guys can tell, Chicas con Chisme won. So yeah.
So for this episode, I believe Miriam said we're going to do like college advice.
Yeah, so I'll be pulling up some categories that any college student might experience, and then we'll just
Just
give
answer
some
them and go
advice,
from there.
yeah,
Okay.
and cover a bit on it. But yeah, but with every episode, we want to do a highs and low of the week. So, you want to go first?
Sure. I guess my high of the week is your girl just started a medical assistant program, so I'm working towards that right now. It's only week 1, but I'm trying to get my certification so I can get patient care experience and, you know, get my foot in the door in the medical pathway. So,
Yeah, and the low?
and my low, y'all, I've had the worst ear infection
Oh,
like
yeah.
the last week.
Even
and
with
a
the
half.
first episode, she was dealing with it.
Yeah, it was hurting my ear a little bit. But we go to the doctor soon, like in 2-3 days. So hopefully it's all be taken care of. But yeah, Miriam, you're high, you're low.
I think I've had a couple of highs.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I'm kind of like, damn, like major turning point in my life, I guess. But
She hasn't told me anything about this, guys.
well, I think I have, and you can assume. But one of the big things was getting to do a marketing video for
Oh yeah,
my
guys.
job.
Guys, she cooked with that one.
Yeah, I could. I really don't mind sharing for who it was because it's such a public space. Anybody can go. I work at Chick-fil-A and I got to do a video and I loved filming it. I loved editing it. It was so fun. And it's leading to more projects. So yeah, I'm excited for that. A low, I think just being so stressed with all the course work I have to do for school. With so much that I'm doing, I'm kind of putting school in the back burner, which is kind of bad. So I need to like lock in. But yeah, that's my high and low.
Oh my gosh, there's a freaking mosquito in here. That's gonna drive me nuts.
Do you want to take a pause to kill it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna be back, guys.
BRB.
All right, guys, we are back. The mosquito was not killed. We couldn't locate the suspect. So
Guys, I hate mosquitoes.
they go for Marcella.
For
A
real.
lot.
Like, a girl can't step outside without having like 3 new mosquito bites. But yeah, so back to what we were talking about, and also I'm sorry if I sound congested. I'm a little congested.
No, really?
LOL. But yeah, so to what Miriam was talking about was some college just
Advice. And for the people who are just like starting their college journey, first years, first gen, like transfer, doesn't matter because we have both perspectives.
Yeah.
Marcella was actually a transfer student and also first gen, and I am also first gen, and let me add on the oldest in my family, like of girls too, but like it was tough figuring like all these things out, so why not share with you guys? So
Right.
all right, first topic is time management and study strategies. Now, I will want to preface, we are not perfect. We do still struggle with some of these. I will admit I do too. And Marcella knows this. But
We're in the same boat.
I feel like we can still kind of touch on it because we've built like some good habits
Yeah,
that
definitely.
obviously we're like still in college. So you want to share
Yeah.
numbers?
So for me, and this is a bit, again, this is what worked for me. Um, Time management was the biggest thing. When I learned how to manage my time, I felt like everything else fell into place. You know, if you're a working college student, obviously prioritize college. It's college first, then work. So,
Yes, for
in,
sure. That's a big thing.
so make your work schedule fit around
School,
school first.
not the other way around.
Exactly. And, the biggest thing is find a group of people. Obviously, if you like working, like studying with people, great. This method probably works better for you. If you are more of a solo study person, that it can also apply. But like for me, I prefer like studying with my friends because as a STEM major, my most of my friends were other than Miriam were STEM, and so this is a little shout out to Miss Mia.
Miss Mia Mendez,
Mia
is she in the house? Is she
Mendez!
listening?
She will be a guest in this podcast soon.
Whenever she wants to decide to visit us.
Yeah.
Because she is from Houston. So,
Yeah. So she in H-Town.
hashtag H-Town, buddy.
So, little fun fact with me and Mia. We were both biology majors. We were both, pursuing the same career, and we were right around taking about the same classes at the same time. And so it was really like if I didn't get something, she got it, or if I got it and she didn't get it, like
They would work together.
yeah, we would work
Yeah.
together.
And I would
We-
always witness this too.
Yeah,
Like
so-
the last 2 years, because I would always study with them too.
Yeah, so it would could just kind of click. So I'd recommend, if you're able to study in a big group, find people that are studying the same thing that you are because it just works so well. And, they either like they've already taken the professor and can tell you what to expect and how to study or what the best way to study is. Or y'all can kind of work together to figure it out.
Yeah. I think it also works the same with like business because shout out Johnny. We took accounting 1 together and we would like go to the library every night almost to like 1 or 2 a.m. And that definitely helped like us even pass the course, which was needed to continue our business studies.
Oh yeah, definitely. Another thing that worked for me was getting all the material, and this is mainly in the last like 2 semesters, is getting all the material you have, and use AI in the right way to get you to study and study proactively. So what I would do is get all the lectures, put them into an AI source, and then tell the AI or type out, create a study guide over these lectures, include important key parts, so and so, and I'll just create a study guide. From there, I would go through all the material, and it would give me like key points, everything, and everything was laid out so well that it felt a little less, overwhelming than having to go through all the lectures, especially as a STEM major. Half these lectures are like 50 plus slides, and then it's like, what the heck? Like, it's too much going through those slides one by one. What else helped me? And it's also like having a balance, a work-life balance. Make sure you allow yourself enough time to study, focus on school. Obviously, the time that you're working. But also allow yourself some time to, be with your friends, go out, have some fun. because if you overwork yourself, you're gonna get burnt out.
Yeah, and I've definitely felt that before. Like you have like no energy to do anything, and then you have like acid, and then it's just not good work at the end of the day. So
Yeah, and it's just really managing your time. You know, it's once you get in a routine, and me personally, the best routine I had was when I first met Miriam. We were locked in going into the gym. We were locked in school. You know, so also getting some sort of like physical exercise for yourself can allow you to de-stress, have something else to, you know, focus on, and it's overall good for your health. So,
yeah, and like making sure your mental health is good also helps you like do well in school and like feel less stressed. Getting a good night's sleep, like getting enough nutrients in your body, that's a big thing. But
so yeah.
I think a big study strategy for me was doing increments of like studying and then taking a break. So the Pomodoro method, especially in high school with when like COVID hit, that like helped me the most. And keeping a planner with like a weekly spread and then putting all my to do. Like seeing like a master to do list helps me just like prioritize what's most important, what's easiest to do, and then like go from there. But yeah.
Yeah. If you have like a bunch of assignments due like a couple times the week, or if they're all on Friday, or if they're all on Sunday, you know, however they're laid out or due, write it down. Get a planner, get an agenda, put it in your phone, get started on it. If you have like a class or multiple classes that have multiple assignments due on, which are mostly more likely Fridays or Sundays, do them ahead of time.
Yeah, like I would on my calendar or on my planner, I would put that it was due a day earlier just so I could get it done. But yeah. Next thing, I kind of want to, it kind of goes with academics because I feel like this is a big part. And I feel like this whole episode could run on for like hours.
Right.
But obviously, we don't want to make it too long. So we could probably do a part 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
If y'all want a part 2, comment
Yes.
down on the video, and then just send us DMs. If y'all want a part 2,
We'll
comment
give it to
down.
y'all.
Literally.
But this is going to be how to approach professors with like, I think Marcella can do a good, like,
Yeah.
give some good advice on this.
For sure. Being as a STEM major, it's very important to feel comfortable going up to your professors, because especially in my, you know, in what I studied, it's very a lot of hard courses. Most of them are upper division. Some of them are just overall hard. But if you're wanting to approach a professor, obviously be mindful when their office hours are. You know, be prepared with questions and be respectful of their time.
And be intentional.
Yeah, be intentional. Like go there with what you're needing to figure out. Now, if you have like a difficult professor, see if they have TAs, because usually the TAs are usually a little more approachable, and they've already taken the course.
So they know.
So they know. I have only approached a couple professors here and there. I would also recommend if you're feeling that that's a you thing, that later on the road you're gonna need to approach them again. Introduce yourself to them the first day of class.
Oh yeah, that is definitely like,
especially if the class is like
must do.
really small. I would really recommend. A lot of my courses were pretty large in number, so didn't feel like it was necessary for me to go introduce myself to the professor.
And also because sometimes everybody else has the same idea, and then there's a long line,
There's a
and you have
line,
to go to
so.
class like in
And
the
then,
next 10.
but like, I'm just trying to go to my next class, or I'm hungry and I'm trying to like leave.
Yeah. No, I think for sure it definitely helps if you have a smaller class.
Mm-hmm.
I think it also applies for business majors because there was this one professor that I took with a math course that I had to take in order to keep my major, which was business, right? So I feel like I'm not that good with math, but if I know what I'm doing, I'm like comfortable. So he encouraged not being afraid of like math itself. I went up to him and I introduced myself, and like throughout the year or semester, he would always like say hi to me, like greet me in class, and that made it more like comfortable for me to ask him for help and for like questions on like the homework or like a topic that we were like learning about. So definitely recommend introducing yourself. That's a big one.
And real quick,
And that can lead you to recommendation letters too, which are needed.
Especially if you're wanting to go to grad school or any other like master programs. I would also recommend that if, for example, if you're taking a professor that also teaches a higher level course that you're going to be taking in the future, and you like their way of teaching, then definitely get to introduce yourself and talk to them, so that when you apply or register for their next course that you need to take later down the road, then they know who you are, and you're just building again. You're building that connection.
Yeah. Moving on. This is gonna be more campus life. So, making friends or like finally doing like getting involved with school and like joining clubs and stuff like that. Like, what is your best advice to opening yourself to others and making like new friendships?
Well, as a transfer student, it was really the first semester I would literally go to class and go home. I wasn't taking any major like STEM courses. It was just like some beginner like general education courses. Um, I think it was until the second semester at UTSA I met Mia. We were in, I think it was like a bioscience lab together, and the course, I don't remember.
Were you like grouped together? Or
Yeah,
something?
we were in a group.
Okay.
So it was her and I and two other girls. And again, with my RBF, Mia thought I was not the friendliest to say.
Grumpy.
A little grumpy. But eventually, after so we all got paired to be in a group, and after that pairing, it was mainly like me and Mia. We kind of bonded. We kind of clicked, and we just hung out from there. And then eventually, our circle got bigger, and also and what really helps too is if you have a job and people at that job go to the same school as you,
Or they're in the same like life stage as you.
you can be like, hey, if I ever see you on campus, let me know, we can hang out, because you already know them from work. So it'd be a little easier to see them outside of school, outside of work, and talk to them, because at least you have someone you already know. But I'd recommend, honestly, as a transfer student, if you're a little shy to go, I'd say try to make some friends in your classes, because again, not only do you get help there through like studying and homework and all that, but you also get to know people, and you have class together, so you'll see them frequently. Join some clubs. As scary it can be, join some clubs. People are really nice.
And they also just want you to join their clubs as well.
Yeah.
So it's like they're wanting you, you're wanting them,
Mm-hmm.
y'all come together, and then you never know who you might meet.
Yeah, and there's a wide variety of clubs. So join clubs that are most interesting to you and go through and that follow what you're interested in. So again, if you're a STEM major, go to a club that has something related to STEM. If you like stuff with sports, go to a club that has something related to sports. Or, you know, whatever the case may be.
Whatever you're interested in.
Yeah.
Really.
Um
I bet there's a club for it. And if there's not, there's always like ways that you can even start your
yeah.
own club.
Yeah.
Especially at UTSA.
And there's clubs that's really just about, for example, HSA, which is the Hispanic Student Association. It's just a bunch of Hispanic Latino students um, all together, hanging out, doing stuff. And they're really open. So you'll see people that are part of the club that aren't necessarily Hispanic, and that's cool too.
Yeah.
They just want to be around the vibe, and that's really the whole basis of it.
And just building like a family that you can rely on. For me, I'd say I came into college with a group of friends from high school. And then I was mostly with them for a little bit. But then I obviously wanted to like see what orgs there was around campus. And so we had like a get involved fair type thing where these organizations would table outside of classes in the buildings. And so one day I was just passing by the hallway going to my class, and then I found this one club called the Professional Business Women's Society. And so it was essentially a like professional development organization meant for women in the business industry. And so within that org, I got help in making sure I have like a good resume, how to get internships. Like we would get speakers to come and they would like share their stories, how they started, and from there they would like extend opportunities. And I feel like that organization really helped me build my confidence, and it helped me just be more outgoing. And then from there I started applying to jobs, and literally from there it just went up like to this day. Like I know like so many people because I like dabbled in different groups. Like I liked volleyball. I played volleyball all throughout my life in like high school and my middle school. And so I did like intramural volleyball, and I met friends from there. So whenever I feel like playing, then I go to the gym, I see my friends there. Sometimes it won't be like the most like close friendships. It's more like acquaintances. But it's still like nice to be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" catching up, like, you know. Um but yeah, and then like Marcella said, having friends at work that are like at the same stage as you, that's literally how I met Marcella. Like we were both in college, we both had a similar interest in volleyball, we like just clicked, and so
And the fact
now
that
we're
we
here.
both went to UTSA was just like the cherry on the top. You know, although we were different majors, we still hung out with each other. We still studied together. It just allowed us to, you know, continue our friendship outside of work. And I introduced her to people that I've met,
Yeah. And vice versa.
and vice versa. And from there, just the circle just either grows or you find more connections.
And bring on new people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on. Let's see. Okay. This one's a little tricky.
Okay.
So, what are some tips for managing finances on a
Ooh.
student budget?
Ooh.
That would mean like affordable food, like having to pay for books, and so on, etc.
We were gonna have two variations of this because one, I lived at home, and
Oh, yeah.
Miriam lived
Like I moved out.
Yeah,
to-
she moved out.
Mhm.
So she initially lived on campus, and then, you know, For me, eating and like food costs, mama paid for groceries,
For
so I
real.
wasn't really tripping. But having enough money to, you know, want to eat at campus or go out with friends, you gotta. The way I did it was make sure all my bills are paid first, and whatever I had left over, that's what I had. Um, do I have a little bit of debt because of college? Yes. But
But that's for like justifiable reason too,
yeah, like,
because obviously you had to pay college with like a loan.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, my debt mainly comes from college,
like
um,
tuition.
and tuition. That's really much it. Um, there's not, there's not much more to say about that, guys. Like half, more than half, like almost everyone in this country is in debt.
Yeah, no,
So,
yeah.
the amount of debt is not as high as most college graduates right now. Thankfully, I had a lot of help from my mom and, got a scholarship here and there. But you said food wise, and what else?
Like paying for books and like
So,
miscellaneous stuff.
yeah, honestly, if you're trying to be financially
Stable.
stable or have money to be able to pay for stuff, and if you're living at home, get a job. If you're not living at home in that apartment, get a job. That's really it.
Moral of the story: get a job.
Get a job. Obviously, if you have bills to pay, like phone, car, or whatever the issue may be, obviously, pay your bills first. Set that money aside, and then whatever you have left over, allow yourself, I don't know, 100, $200 to,
To
go
spend
out
for
to
yourself.
spend for yourself. Go out to eat. I was fortunate enough to have my parents help me with like books and stuff, and tuition, you know. So it really is like if you're having to pay your books out of pocket, try to find the most affordable option. A lot of the time, like Chegg is a great option. You can rent out books for a semester,
And some of the libraries too also
and
have
the
those
libraries
textbooks that
have
you
them
can
for
check out.
free.
Yeah.
So definitely try to find your free resources or more cost affordable resources first before you spend a whole ton of money on.
Where you could have saved money
Yeah.
first in the 1st place. Yeah. I think for me, like, obviously moving out was a big decision for me and my family. It was something we had to, like, be sure of. My mom always asked me, like, are you sure? Like, you really want to move out? Like, this and that. Back then, I was like, yes, girl, like, please.
She said, I want out of this place.
I just wanted, like, my own
I want to be
independence,
freed.
really. So, and I felt like I needed room to grow. And, I mean,
She
shit,
has.
I have. So,
I mean, but we both do still. Guys, we're still in our early 20s and we're still figuring life out as we go.
yeah. And I think one big outcome I saw from moving out was being more focused in school and being able to like actually enjoy like school, because I feel if I would have stayed at home and gone to like a local school, then I would be distracted by my family. And if you guys don't know, my family's like big. Like, I have 4 other siblings. I live with my cousin and my aunt, and like
So la
it's
familia de 10 over there.
La Familia Peluche is what we call ourselves. But yeah, like it's like a big family, so I just knew I wasn't gonna be as involved in school as I am now. And obviously I still have to work a job and all that stuff. But like the first year moving out, like it was tough because I obviously miss them and I'm such like a family person. But I had to like learn this is something I'm doing for the future for ourselves. And seeing it like that, it like motivated me to go to work, to do well in school and everything. And in the beginning, I got like help from the government, like to pay school, FAFSA, but the rest I had to pay out of pocket. So that included like obviously tuition, books, and also paying for my housing, and also paying for groceries, gas, and not even to mention like all the like the spending money I wanted for myself. So I kind of struggled finding a balance, and I didn't have a job for like the first 3 months I moved to San Antonio, but once I got a job, I felt more like secure and like sure that I'll be able to like keep studying and not have to move back, because I had like contemplations of like transferring back to
Oh yeah, guys, I had to try to talk her out of it, but she never listened.
well, I did listen. I'm still here. But so I was paying school out of pocket, and I think maybe the summer between freshman year and sophomore year. Basically, I found out that my school would get paid for as long as I kept my grades up. And because of the first year of school and like how I did, I got awarded that like I guess promise and other scholarships as well. So that money that I paid out of pocket thankfully was like refunded to me. And so I got like a big check, and then I used that to, well, yeah, spend on myself too. But like I used it for housing, any debt that I had. I feel like to this day I still struggle budgeting. So obviously I do pay my bills and all that stuff and make sure I try my best to do it on time and all that. But like I can't say I was perfect and didn't forget a payment or two on some things. So
Skipping the month on something.
yeah, we had our Fabletics subscription and we both forgot to skip the month.
Yeah,
So
for the month of September. So, but you know, thankfully having my family around me. Sometimes my mom's like, "Take my card," and I'm like, "Okay, say less."
oh yeah, for sure. I think the first year I wouldn't have been able to like complete it without the support my family gave me, because like sometimes I would like tell them like I don't think I'll be able to do it, and they're like, no, like we said we would do this, we were going to do this, and we'll help you out and like this and that, and that was very helpful.
So moral of this question is how to be more financially stable and you know have that money, get a job, pay your bills, and
Be responsible.
be responsible with your money.
Things we wish we knew before college.
Oh wow, that's a good question.
That's a big loaded question.
That's a loaded question.
So we can do a little bit, just like one or two things.
So I would say definitely don't sign up for 8:30 a.m.s because I'll tell you what. Yeah, we all got up early for high school, but it's definitely not the same because, well, first off, if you live on campus, it might be slightly easier, but it's still kind of dreadful.
Oh, yeah,
I was a
for
commuter,
sure.
so to wake up at 8:30, so to have a class at 8:30, right? So that meant, okay, I had to wake up 6:30. Get ready. It's about an hour. I'm a girl. I get ready. It takes me an hour. That's like also making sure like bag's good, lunch is good if I'm taking lunch for the day.
Oh yeah.
Everything good. So an hour and making sure that I'm like out the door at 7:30. Why? Because if y'all don't know this, UTSA parking sucks. Like there's not enough parking. However, you want to get there early to also avoid the rush and find a close spot. There's obviously shuttles and all that jazz, but you have a class at 8:30, right? So you want to get there around 8, find a spot, and then you have to walk to class. So
Yeah, don't underestimate time here.
yeah, definitely not. So yeah, don't sign up for 8:30s, guys. I think I've done it for 2 or 3 times throughout my college
And you
career.
always either you tend to want to skip class or
Oh,
you're late to
yeah.
class, and then you're just like, what's the point of even going to
Yeah.
class this late? So
And I think the earliest class I ever had was at 7 in the
oof.
morning. That was a lab. I think it was my first semester or first or second semester of UTSA. I had a lab at 7 in the morning. I'd get there around, well, this is when I was living with my brother. So I was all the way over there, up in Bernie. So I'd wake up at 6, guys. Oh my gosh. Not even.
She's getting flashbacks.
Oh my gosh, I like forgot about all of this. I'd wake up like 5:45, you know, put on some simple long jeans and a t-shirt cuz it was a lab, so I wasn't really trying to impress anyone. Um I think it was like 20 minutes. Early in the morning wasn't that long, so it was like a 15-20 minute drive from my house to the campus, and then I'd park at the garage because it was just easier, and I didn't have a parking pass because I didn't know how to get one at the time. So I think it was my first semester. I don't remember. And then have class from 7 to 10:30, and then go to work and work 11 to 8.
11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. And then
then
work 11 to 8 the next day too.
Yeah.
So it was tough. That semester was tough, guys, because, oof.
I think it's definitely harder when you don't know like the resources that you have. Like you didn't know that you had to get a parking pass and all this and that, or where to get it, and like paying money to park in a garage, like it adds up. And
It adds up. But me personally, paying to park on campus after you've already paid for your tuition is wild to me. IMO. But
It's these days, I can't see myself using like those abbreviations, like IMO. Okay, just say in my opinion,
well, in my opinion,
or
I
like
think
PMO.
pissed me off.
Like yeah, she PMO me.
I
Like
now
what?
I
That
would
doesn't
I
make
wouldn't
sense.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say
She bought a
she
PMO.
peed me. Huh?
She bought a PMO.
Yeah, I would
She
not
about to
say
piss
that.
me off.
That's kind of stupid.
Like I don't.
That's kind of silly.
Yeah,
No.
silly's a good word.
Right? It's kind of silly because like you sound like
Yes.
respectfully dumb.
I
Anyways,
don't know. Sorry, it was a.
I've
thought.
always had a thing with like hating to buy a parking pass because
I
I've
think
already
everybody does.
not only because the price goes up every single semester, but also I've already paid thousands in tuition. You're still gonna charge me a pass? Like what?
Yeah, but that's the business of it.
But guys, universities are just one big business, and you get a degree at the end of it. So that's one thing. No 8:30 a.m.s. Unless you're really much a morning person, but still wouldn't recommend.
I think we can cap it to this episode on.
I know, guys, we did yap a lot. But I hope y'all take this episode as some things you can, relate to, take some notes on, anything that as a current college student or post-grad student or even someone that's about to go into college, take this into consideration. We're happy to answer any questions y'all have. Again, we can only answer them from the experience that we've gone through, but we're more than happy to help you or direct you to a better solution or a better answer than what we have. So feel free to reach out through DM or comment or anything. We'll try to get back to you.
I feel like we should also like do like a college horror story. Like,
Oh yeah, Miriam has a lot, guys.
oh, I was gonna say
kidding.
just me, but like
No.
write in their like college horror stories.
Yeah.
Or also, if you guys are in college too, and you have like a couple of like advice that you guys didn't hear in this episode, you can like comment down below and share them with everybody else that can take that and then learn from it or like take it into consideration as well.
So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I know we did yap a lot about it, but I think college life and college advice is quite a hefty topic. So we want to make sure we cover all our grounds as possible. Again, from
Be
our
insightful too.
yeah, from our points of view. Y'all make sure to stay tuned for next week's episode. We're thinking of having a little special guest for next episode. And I will be
I wonder who it is.
and we're thinking about having y'all submit some questions to us, like any type of questions through our Instagram page. So if you're not following, go follow.
Yeah.
Our Instagram page is chicasconchisme_. And same
I just
thing.
saw the mosquito, guys. It came back.
It came back. I'm literally gonna, guys, the mosquitoes. Anyways, go follow our Instagram page. Go like our first post and keep a lookout for the stories. I will try to be posting them sometime this week. If y'all want anything in particular that we talk about, feel free to let us know.
Yeah. And that's it for today's episode.
I think, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. See how long this episode was.
So we will see you next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.